Hey guys, it's Sierra, the Solitary Witch. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be filming 4 videos going through each of the different clairs. We're going to be talking about clairaudience, claircognizance, clairvoyance, and clairsentience, and really just giving you a guideline to help you kind of figure out what clair you maybe fall under. Keep in mind that you may express one clair maybe a little weaker than others. You may have several clairs that you express very strongly, and that is normal. That's okay. Everyone has their own unique blueprint of different psychic abilities that they express strongly or more weakly than others. That's something to keep in mind. Also keep in mind as I'm going through these signs and things, you may have to think back to your childhood. A lot of times we experience our psychic abilities quite strongly when we're younger because we are very fresh in the 3D reality. We're very fresh in our 3D bodies, and so we haven't had those conditionings or limitations kind of placed on us just yet. So you may have to think back a little bit to childhood when I'm going through some of these signs, and that's okay as well. It's not that you're broken. It's not that your clair abilities just disappeared. It's just that maybe you were a little separated from them due to conditioning or society or things that have happened in your life. They are still very much present within you though. It's just a matter of digging through those things that have kind of separated you from your ability and just kind of allowing them to come out and express themselves the way that they were when you were a kid. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I know I'm gonna have a lot of fun recording them because a lot of them, as I was doing the research for this video, I was seeing a lot of things myself and I was like, oh my god, like I experienced this one, I experienced this one happened to me too. And it's just a fun kind of thing to kind of have as validation that we're not crazy. Like, you know, these things really happen and they're happening to people all over the world. So I hope you guys enjoy these videos. Comment down below and let me know what you think or what clair you think is your strongest or maybe your weakest. Go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to check the description box. I'm gonna have my social handle placed somewhere on the video, so be on the lookout for that as well, and let's get started. Hey guys, so in this video we're going to be addressing some signs that can maybe help you identify whether you are claircognizant. Claircognizance is known as psychic knowing. You just know. You don't know how you know, you just know. And that doesn't make any sense to people that are very left-brained, but it makes sense. It's a thing. So we're going to go through some of the signs of identifying claircognizance. You may find that claircognizance is not your strongest ability, and that's okay. You may resonate more with clairsentience, clairaudience, clairvoyance, but we're going to go through some of these points. You can decide for yourself whether you identify as claircognizant. The first sign of claircognizance is that you have a healthy skepticism. You don't just believe what you're told. You know, you're not so naive that you just blindly follow, but you have a healthy skepticism. You ask questions. You're very inquisitive. You have that thirst for knowledge. If you find that you fall into that sign, there's a good chance that you are claircognizant. The next point is that you know who's calling before you've looked at the phone. You could be on the other side of the house, on the other side of the room, and if your phone rings, you just know, oh, it's my mom calling, or oh, it's my best friend, or whatever. Like, you just have this clear knowing of who it is before you've even looked at the screen. So if you find that that happens to you often, that is a very good sign that you are claircognizant. The next point is that you are a natural researcher. Kind of reiterating what I said in the first point, you just love to learn. And it's not that you're learning for school. It's not that you are like reading, you know, textbooks. You could just be watching simple YouTube videos. You like to see what makes things tick. You are a natural researcher. You'd probably be a damn good investigative journalist if you wanted to, but if you find that you fall under that sign, you're probably claircognizant. The next point is that you study astrology and numerology, and these two fields really speak to you or they really call to you. So if you find that you're interested in astrology or in numerology, these are very much fields that require a lot of mental devotion. It requires a lot of doing research, a lot of time spent and investment and knowledge seeking. You have to really sit with it and invest in it in order to understand and to be good at it. So if you find that you're attracted to astrology and numerology, that is a very clear sign that you are probably claircognizant. The next point is that you have excellent memory. So people that are claircognizant, like say for instance, someone is like, oh, I misplaced my phone, or I misplaced my car keys, I have no idea where they are. The claircognizant person could just tell them, oh, you left them over by the counter in the kitchen, or you left them, you know, in your bedroom on the bed. Like, they just know. Like, you know, they're just, like, they have excellent memory of everything. They can remember things from weeks ago, months ago, years ago, down to the T, exactly how it happened. So if you find that that is you, you are probably claircognizant. The next point is that you know what someone is going to say even before they've said it. This is something that happens to me quite a bit. One small instance of this for me is that I was with my mom once. We were going out for lunch, and she asked me what I wanted for lunch, and I was like, oh, well, I don't know. What about you? What do you have a taste for? And before she answered, I knew she was going to say Panera Bread. I don't know why, but I was just sitting there, and I was like, I feel like she's going to say Panera. And that's exactly what she said, and that's exactly where we went and had lunch. So if that is something that happens to you often, you're probably claircognizant. The next point is that you know not to take certain roads or going to certain places or doing certain things because you know that something is off. So this is a prime example of this could just be, you know, you are driving to work in the morning and you have like a usual route that you take. But for some reason on this particular morning, you're just like, I should maybe go a different way, or, you know, let me just go this way instead. And you don't necessarily know why you're like following that hunch, but you do, and then you later figure out like, oh, like there was an accident like on the usual route that I take. Like it's a good thing that I went that other way. Another example, and this is a bit more on the, you know, kind of darker or extreme side, is if you watch a lot of ID Network like me, and you like murder mysteries like me, you sometimes hear stories about women who, they're just like, you know, they were going down this dark road, or they were leaving some bar or whatever, and they had like a gut feeling that something was off. And they just were like, I don't want to take that route, or, you know, they're walking home and they're just like, I don't want to go, like, even though that's the shortcut, I don't want to take that route, I don't want to take that shortcut, because I just feel like there's something off about that energy down there. And it ends up saving their lives. Like, later on, they may read the newspaper or see the news, and they see that, like, on that exact same night that they chose to go a different way, another woman might have gotten attacked down that alley, or another woman might have gotten kidnapped, or whatever. Like, things like that just happen. So if you find that you have these hunches, and then later figure out that it was, you know, spot on, you probably are claircognizant. The next point is that you are very good at finding things that were lost. So, kind of tying into the point that I made about having an excellent memory, this is another point that I find resonates with me. When I was a kid, my family, we would kind of host our own Easter egg hunts, and instead of candy, my family would put money in the Easter eggs, and they would hide them around the backyard, the front yard, all around the house. And my brothers and I would have to go Easter egg hunting, and however many eggs we found, that was, you know, like, depending on the money that was inside, that was the money that we would get to keep. So sometimes there would be $1 bills, there might be a $5 bill, a $10 bill, a $20 bill. But I, at the end of the day, always found the most eggs. Like, I don't know, I just was really good at finding, like, I was really good at kind of looking in the places that no one would think to look, and, like, you know, I just would always find the most Easter eggs, and my brothers would be so mad at the end of the day, and they'd be like, oh, like, you knew, or like, you cheated or something, and like, it wasn't cheating at all. Like, I just knew. So, if you find that that resonates with you, that is a very, very clear sign of claircognizance. Don't let people tell you you're cheating, because you're not. It's not cheating. Last and final sign of claircognizance is that you have a very busy mind, very active mind. Meditation might be a little hard for you. Yoga might be a little hard for you, just because you feel like you can't get your mind to sit still. You can't get your mind to be quiet enough. People with claircognizance have to work a little bit harder, I think, to kind of quiet the mind and to sort of like develop a meditative practice or a yoga practice, just because they have very active minds that don't really seem to ever kind of silence or go quiet. So if you feel that that is you, that is another clear sign of claircognizance. So if you resonated with any of these points, if you feel that you might be claircognizant, your mission in life is to spread knowledge to people, clearly. You know, like, your mission in life is to help advance the level of consciousness in humanity by being the channel, being the open kind of vessel from which knowledge is given to us through spirit. People that have claircognizance, you may find that you are drawn to history or literature, knowing the stories of our past, knowing the stories of our present, so that, you know, you can retain that knowing and that knowledge to pass on to others. You may find that teaching is something that connects with you, educating others in some kind of way, whether that is through physically being in the classroom or writing books for people to learn and gain knowledge, having your own courses that you run online. Again, very broad, but there really is no limit. So I hope that you guys got something out of this. I hope that it was helpful and insightful for you. Comment down below and let me know if you resonated with any of these signs, if you feel that you might be claircognizant. If you don't, like I said in the beginning, that's okay. You may resonate more with clairaudience, clairsentience, clairvoyance. That's okay. You may find that a lot of these signs you connect with very strongly, and that's okay as well. That is very normal to have very strong expressions of more than one clair. But comment down below and let me know what you guys are feeling. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Take care.